Check this out. These are 2 guitars that I put together. That's great, but why am I showing you this? My first build was a Warmoth parts caster, and it really transformed me as a guitar player. It was so much fun, so much pain, but so much learning. This is 7 reasons why building a guitar will make you a better guitar player. Number 1, you get to do whatever you want. Making a guitar that you love the sound, feel, and look of does wonders for your motivation. There is a reason why Fender can charge $10,000 for a custom shop guitar and people will still buy them. You can get a crazy green pick guard. You can try an asymmetrical neck. I've got this other project right now where I love the ergonomics of a Jazzmaster, but I love how Strats sound and how they feel, so I'm gonna make a hybrid. Number 2, building guitars will get you more emotionally invested in guitar. I'm not a scientist, but there's a lot of studies out there that say the more emotionally invested we are in something, the better results we see with practice and repetition. And that makes a lot of sense to me. Some people like to chase their birth year guitars, or they buy a guitar that's built on their birth year. If you build a guitar, you can literally decide its birthday, give it a name. I know I got really attached to my first parts caster, even though I ended up selling it. Fond memories of pickups cutting out and not being wired properly. So many headaches of trying to figure out what was going on, only to find that it was all my cold solders that I'd been doing. Great times. Not only did that process bring me closer to that guitar, it brought me closer to guitar in general. Legends like Eric Clapton, Hendrix, they were known for their parts guitars. Maybe there's something to that. That's supposed to be a 3. It will teach you how to better fine-tune your sound. Not necessarily just the brand of the pickups you're using, but even the pickup height, because that makes a huge difference. A lot of people will say tone is in the fingers, and I agree. But I also think tone is in the guitar. Most of the time, it's going to be way cheaper. This can be really important because a lot of people, including me, start on uncomfortable guitars. We assume that all guitars come with gritty fret ends and sharp frets, and this is how it has to be. I know it discouraged me from practicing. If you're on a tight budget, you can still manage to build some really great guitars. If you build it right, with under $1,000, you can get to the same quality level as a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 US-made premium guitar. More bang for your buck. By the way, this is coming from someone who loves to buy, sell, and trade guitars. I've owned over 200. There's a huge community of amateur, like me, and professional guitar builders online. We not only love to look at each other's builds, people also like to give advice, and there's so much inspiration to be had. A lot of these builders are great players themselves, and bonding over guitar building could get you that next jam buddy. I know it did for me. One time, I met this guy on Craigslist, and we really hit it off. We both loved building guitars, and we even exchanged some parts. Turns out, he was my friend's dad all along. 6. Knowing how to build a guitar will save you so many trips to the tech. Don't get me wrong, I love my guitar techs, but ever since the pandemic, it can take months to get your guitar back, and a basic setup now can easily cost you $100. The techs have so much business now, which is great, but sometimes those high costs and long waiting periods are tough to deal with. Putting together a guitar just from parts, no painting, no cutting wood, is the most fun and the most efficient way to start learning guitar tech skills. After I built my first parts caster, I had 2 clients who paid me to set up their guitars. I only took those gigs because I felt comfortable, which I never would have if I never built that parts caster. You'll be able to take care of your guitars more afterwards. You'll know that if the pickups are cutting out or crackling, you can try deoxit, and if not, maybe a resolder. If the pickups aren't sounding like they're supposed to, maybe use the wrong capacitor, maybe they're wired out of phase. I guarantee you that you'll be shocked at how many guitar tech skills you'll learn from building just one parts caster. You can start building guitars for people you care about. For a guitar player, I can't think of a better present. I'm actually working on something like that right now. And if there's someone you want to convince to start playing guitar, building them a guitar is one of the best ways to do that. Let me know what you think.